LAKM 623, Lakota Leadership and Professional Development. Chapter 14, Chapter Critique, Leadership and Change. Mitako yapi, Natasha we chompy wombly and watch yapi sto. Naha you ha chante washte and ape choose api. Summary main point number 1. Beer's model for leadership practitioners. Change equals dissatisfaction by model by process greater than resistance. This model, the D equals dissatisfaction with the current status quo. The M is the model for change. This includes the leader's vision of the future as well as goals and systems that need to change. The P are process concerns, developing and implementing a plan that articulate the who, what, when, where, and how of the change initiative. And R, resistance means people resist change because of the fear of loss of identity or social contacts. And good change plans address these sources of resistance. I thought highlight 14.1, waste management. They were on Undercover Boss, so I got to see that a little bit, but they highlighted all of the boss seeing all of this process, and they also did an extraordinary turnaround of their company based on dissatisfaction and a model for change based on what the boss seen inside of working in his own plants. He then developed and implemented a plan for waste management, and it turned the company around. And at the time that he did Undercover Boss, there was a lot of resistance. There was a lot of people that were unhappy, and so he changed a lot of that during that episode on Undercover Boss. So, summary of main point 2 is the resistance phase, the Sarah model, the shock stage, anger stage, R is the rejection stage, and A is the acceptance stage. The leadership actions to the Sarah model recognize the 4 reactions to change. Understand that individual followers can take more or less time to work through the stages, and note that people are not likely to take any positive action toward a change initiative until they reach the acceptance stage. Where I work, I can look back on it now and see where these stages came into play when we were doing layoffs. We informed them that we were going to be doing layoffs, and you could see every single stage that they went through. And I don't think we ever seen the acceptance stage once we got done with the layoffs. The summary main point number 3, we need charismatic leaders. Outcomes according to the international framework. The outcomes of social or cultural revolutions, higher levels of effort, greater follower satisfaction, and increased cohesiveness. And one of the things that stuck out was a article, "People Leave Managers, Not Companies," and it showed how the CEOs had a amazing mission statement, amazing core values, and were trying to implement that, and the managers weren't implementing down the line to the followers. And so a lot of followers were upset with managers, not necessarily the company, the benefits, or even the whole bigger picture of the company, but it was just the managers. So along with CEO leadership, I think manager leadership is the second most important to keeping a company together. My overall evaluation, the chapter and the definition of the terms was amazing. This chapter was very well written and very easy to follow. Highlights were very interesting and fell within the scope of the chapter. I can honestly say that during the reading this chapter, my mind floated to other things other than what was inside of the chapter. Floated to episodes of Undercover Boss, different things. within companies that you see, as well as my own company that I work for. I agree with this entire chapter and the way it's written. It has amazing points when it comes to highlighting within an organization, points out exactly what a leader should do at any given stage of change, as well as what to expect. While reading the online article, People Lead Managers, Not Companies, I could see where the management lack in leadership vision and how they don't carry the vision of the leader all the way down the ladder. This chapter is a very well written chapter with many useful points. My conclusion is the overall importance of this chapter was leadership and change and what to expect during change. Leaders often can expect some situations but are often not prepared for the change. Coaching, preparing a plan, implementing a plan after change has begun is often a good way to lessen the hardship of the change within an organization. I believe that the chapter will fundamentally prepare any leader or management for change in the system for an easy transition when it even comes to change. Hitcha to Hilamia.